Hey there you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to do a repotting video. This is a asparagus let me get this tag right. Plumosus. I've grown these for quite some time. This one I've neglected, as a lot of things. I apologize. I shouldn't apologize to you. I should apologize to this poor plant. I'm really sorry. Most of the dead leaves is not necessarily from being too dry. It's because it's in a really small pot. And these guys, notice the roots that are coming down at the bottom of this. These plants are absolute thugs when it comes to root systems. They are not an actual fern. These actually produce flowers and produce little red berries. If you've grown asparagus to eat, it is the same family of plant. I don't know that you can eat this one, but it is the same family of asparagus. Maybe you could do your research and see. Maybe you could grow these as a house plant or a fun outside plant and still have something to munch on. It's in real need of a repot. As you can see, the roots are coming out the bottom. Just poor sad thing. So we're going to move it up into a pot that's at least twice as big. These guys have a root system that has kind of like a spider plant. If you've ever unpotted a spider plant, they've got really thick tuberous roots that really store the moisture. So the brown isn't from neglect. Sometimes it can be from neglect. They will drop needles, but this is mostly because it's stressed right out. Got so much stuff happening over here. I've got my mix for the asparagus fern, and I'm just using a regular all-purpose soil. It's a free-draining mix. It's actually a lot of peat. It's just an all-purpose soil with extra perlite in there, and I also have some slow-release fertilizer in there as well. And I like to use pre-moistened soil so I don't have to really water my plants when I'm finished. So I'll bring you in a little bit closer, and you'll have a tabletop view. Just one sec. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove all of the old, dead, see the dust? Those are the old, let's call them fronds, all the little leaf tips that are falling off. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to trim off any of the yellowing, gross, like all of these fronds, let's say, like a palm tree. Just going to go in and remove those as close to the soil surface as we can. This should trick the plant into going into growth mode. Not necessarily just this, but the act of repotting it will give it the oomph it needs to really start growing again. Once it gets some space, it'll be as happy as a clam. So I'll be right back, and we'll deal with this once it's all cleaned up, okay? So as you can see, we've really trimmed it back. There's not a lot of plant or leaf material there anymore. Let me see if I can get more of it in frame. But it's still a nice looking plant. I love these plants because they just look like a tree. So I'm just going to take it out of the reservoir that it's in. And let me actually adjust the camera so you can see more in the shot. The leaves that fell off. Can you see all that there on the table? It's crazy. So I'm going to take this, it's a deeper pot too, as you can see. A lot more space for the roots to ramble. I'm going to use a piece of paper towel in the bottom of the pot, as I usually do. And we're going to take a nice scoop of potting soil. Again, all-purpose potting soil with some perlite in there. And some, what do you call it? Slow-release fertilizer. And I'm just going to remove these roots. Actually take my scissors and cut them away. There would be no chance that I would be able to get that pot off of there without doing this. It's still going to be difficult, I'm sure. Oh, there we go. Do you see the roots? Do you see what I mean? They're really thick, very fleshy roots. If you've ever grown asparagus, again, it's the same type of root system. They really hold on to the moisture. So they tolerate a dry period quite well. So I'm just going to Actually, I can tease the roots a little bit. I'm not going to pull it really badly apart. Just teasing it, breaking the roots so that they stop going in one direction. Take the soil off the top where it's all yucky. I'm just going to plunk it right down in the center of the pot. Just like that. As easy as that. And now I'm going to fill around it with soil. You're saying, Bill, it can't be that easy. It totally is. Totally is that easy. Where's my blue mat when I need it? It's right underneath the table where it's supposed to be. I don't know why I'm not using it. I'm lazy. It's funny though, being lazy sometimes makes more work later. Ooh. The empty bucket of soil really made a lot of noise. So I'm just going to tease the soil down between the cracks of between the pot and where the plant is. Don't want any air pockets. Air pockets are bad. When we're dealing with orchids, air pockets are okay. When we're dealing with regular terrestrial plants, I need to stop throwing that. Air pockets can mean death to roots. Roots don't generally like to be in the air. They like good airflow through the soil, but they don't like big air pockets. It's kind of an oxymoron. Give the plants' root systems air. They need air, but don't give them air because they'll die. I don't know what to say. So anyway, now we're finished repotting this. We're going to give it a drink. Bear with me while I grab some water. Again, usually we use pre-moistened soil, but in this case it's not pre-moistened. And also giving it a good drink gets rid of any air pockets also in the soil. It fills in the crevices, levels things off. So anyway, this is a beautiful type of asparagus, an asparagus fern. Again, not actually a fern, but still beautiful nonetheless. We'll put a tag in there. This is the first time I put a tag in this plant. And yeah. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and if you haven't joined the Plants and Things Facebook page, or the Plants and Things What's Growing page on Facebook, feel free. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great people on there, very knowledgeable people, people just like you and me, and it's just a good time. It's nice. It's nice to find plant geeks that really enjoy what they do. And there's also beginners there too, so it's a great mix. So anyway, come and join the fun, and we'll see you soon. So anyway, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour of the backyard. Like I said, it just finished raining. It's beautiful. It's quite humid out, and so some things might be a little bit battered down, but everything still looks beautiful. And I wanted to bring you in. Usually